नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतः सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिके गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजान्वये कृष्णवर्णं तुषाकृष्णं सङ्गपङ्गस्त्रपार्षदं यज्ञै सङ्कीर्तनप्राय यजन्ति हि सुमेधसः गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः Hare Krishna, dear worshipable devotees, thank you so much for joining. Today we will read Srimad Bhagavatam. We have completed Canto 8. So, would anyone wants to share what was their favorite thing or favorite pastime or favorite character, favorite episode from Canto 8? Anyone wants to say a few words before we move on to Canto 9? Anything struck you? Anything really inspired you?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandatanam. Yeah, Canto 8, amazing Canto Prabhuji, where we learnt about Gajendra, about churning Lord Shiva, saving, and Bali Maharaj, even though he was a demonic, but he was a pure devotee of Lord. He was like Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Raja Ham Tam Sarve Papibhyo. So he was able to surrender completely to Lord Krishna and got his mercy. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. Anyone else felt inspired by some episode, character, verse, pastime?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Rama Pranam. So Canto 8 is a huge thing. So we started, as we said, Gajendra's story, then the fighting with the demigods, demons, then Ali Mora story, and then Moshe. So a lot of things that I heard here there, but now most in details I know. So two things that like Lord Shiva being the second supreme most personality after, if I'm right, after Lord Krishna or Vishnu. So he was also became confused or bewildered by the Mohinimurti. So thinking that who am I not to be confused by anything in this material world. So better to be safeguarded all the time, not to fall down. And the other thing is that Bali Maharaj, even his spiritual master is not similar spiritual master, but signed into spiritual master, he conquered the demigods even. So that also showed me the how important the spiritual master and how to sign to a spiritual master where we have the right spiritual master who are being following the Prabhupada. Back to Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Very nice. Yes, Moksha Mataji, you want to say a few words?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Yes, the story of Gajendra was really very inspiring because in that we see that how to tolerate the reversals, and then in the Mohini Murti pastime we come to know about that the strength involved of demons and the demigods while churning the ocean was same, but because the demons were not surrendered unto Sri Krishna and the demigods were there surrendered to the Lord, so they came out to be victorious. And then the last thing of Canto 8 that I liked was means last but not the least, it was the fish incarnation of Sri Krishna. So how he means like he knows everything, but still he behaves as if he's very bhola bhala and like that. So that was how he saved Satyavrata, King Satyavrata, and rest of his devotees. So and yes, also the importance of spiritual master we come to know about in Bali Maharaj pastime. So and also that Sri Krishna is a bhav grahi and not means like not he does not like dikhavas like that, show offs. So we come to know that Bali Maharaj was unable to pay obeisances, but still he paid it in his mind and he accepted it, and gave him the benediction that even he did not give to Lord Indra. So that was I liked the most. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's all, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
It's very nice. Thank you so much. So now we are moving on to the next part. This verse. There are 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam. Atra sarga visargascha sthanam poshanam utaya manvantareshanukatha nirodha muktir ashrayaha. So Canto 1 and 2 are like the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. And these are the main pastimes. There are much more, but Sarga means creation. So from the 24 elements by the Supreme Lord. Visarga is secondary creation by Lord Brahma. So these are like the thighs. Canto by canto, verse by verse we are reading. So from the lotus feet to the thighs to the navel, Canto 5, Sthanam, with the positions of different planetary systems. Then Poshanam, the story of Ajamil, how Krishna does Poshana, chest. Canto 7, the Uti, the good urge and the bad urge. Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, Prahlad story, Nrsimhadev, Canto 7. 7 and 8 are compared to arms. 8 we just read, Manvantara. The different Manus, how the Lord came to save Gajendra, to save Bali Maharaj, etc. in different Chakshusha Manvantarma and Swayambhu Manu, etc. Kurma. So Manvantara. And then now we come to Ishanukatha. Canto 9 talks about Ishanukatha, which means Isha means Lord, Supreme Lord. The description of the incarnation of the Lord. We will talk about Lord Ram, Lord Parshuram, etc. in this canto, which is compared to the throat of the Lord. And then the 10th canto is the Saman Bonam, which is the most wonderful pastimes. We'll read about Krishna's childhood, Krishna's wives, queens, Dwarka, Hastinapur, etc. Mukti and Ashraya. So the forehead is compared to Canto 11, and then, Ashraya is already, there's Mukti is 11, and 12 is Nirodha or dissolution, the 4 kinds of annihilations. So coming back, we are at Canto 9 primarily talks about Ishanukatha. It's not that one canto has only one subject, multiple subjects are covered, but primarily this is the point. So now we'll move on to Canto 9, which is entitled Liberation. Chapter number 1, King Sudyumna becomes a woman. So we can read the first the summary, and then we'll read the verses as well. Yes, would someone like to read 1 or 2 paragraphs? Yes, Sampada Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Where do I start from?
Yeah, start from here.
Oh, okay. This chapter describes how Sudyumna became a woman and how the dynasty of Vaivasvata Manu was amalgamated with the Soma Vamsa, the dynasty coming from the moon. By the desire of Maharaj Parikshit, Sukadeva Goswami told about the dynasty of Vaivasvata Manu, who was formerly King Satyavrata, the ruler of Dravida. While describing this dynasty, he also described how the Supreme Personality of Godhead, while lying down in the waters of devastation, gave birth to Lord Brahma from a lotus generated from his navel. From the mind of Lord Brahma, Marichi was generated, and his son was Kashyapa. From Kashyapa through Aditi, Vivasvan was generated, and from Vivasvan came Shraddha Manu. Can you scroll down, please? Thank you. Shraddha Manu, who was born from the womb of Samgya. Shraddha wife, Shraddha, gave birth to 10 sons, such as Ikshvaku and Mriga. Shraddha or Vaivasvata Manu, the father of Maharaj Ikshvaku, was sonless before Ikshvaku's birth, but by the grace of the great sage Vasistha, he performed a yajna to satisfy Mitra and Varuna. Then, although Vaivasvata Manu wanted a son by the desire of his wife, he got a daughter named Ila. Manu, however, was not satisfied with the daughter. Consequently, can you scroll down, Prabhuji? For Manu's satisfaction, the great sage Vasistha prayed for Ila to be transformed into a boy, and his prayer was fulfilled by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus, Ila became a beautiful young man named Sudyumna. Should I stop here, Prabhuji?
Sure. Would someone like to continue?
I can read Prabhuji. Once upon a time, Shuddharma went on tour with his ministers. At the foot of the mountain, Sumeru, there is a forest named Sukumar. And as soon as they entered that forest, they were all transformed into women. When Maharaj Parikshit inquired about from Shukdev Goswami about the reason for this transformation, Shukdev Goswami described how Shuddharma, being transformed into a woman, accepted Buddha, the son of the moon, as her husband and had a son named Pururabha. By the grace of Lord Shiva, Shuddharma received the benediction that he would live 1 month as a woman and 1 month as a man. Thus he regained his kingdom and had 3 sons named Utkal, Gaur and Bimal, who were all very religious. Thereafter he entrusted his kingdom to Pururabha and took the order of Banapastha life.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Sampada Mataji and Prabhu. So, a lot of names. To be honest, I didn't understand all the relationships there, but we'll understand as we read more. And I'm sure all of you understood all the names and relationships as well. Very interesting, right? How this thing happened from female's body became a male's body, 1 month male, 1 month female. It's hard to comprehend in this day and age, but Krishna's arrangement, anything is possible. These are just, everything can change. In these days also, they do change of sexes from male to female, female to male. Some are not happy with the male body, they want to be a female. Some are not happy with the female body, they want to be male. And like that. Anyways, let's read the first verse. Shri Raja Vacha Manvantarani Sarvani Tvayoktani Shrutani Me Viryani Ananta Viryasya Haristatra Kritani Cha. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. King Parikshit said, "My Lord Shukdev Goswami, you have elaborately described all the periods of the various Manu, and within those periods, the wonderful activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has unlimited potency. I am fortunate to have heard all this from you." Hare Krishna. So the last canto was Manvantara. Canto 8 discuss about various Manvantaras, and how the Lord came in Chakshusha Manvantara, Swayambhu Manvantara, etc. in different incarnations. So Parikshit Maharaj is very, very grateful. He's feeling blessed to hear. He's not feeling, when will you stop? Why did you tell all these things? So very, very elaborately he heard, and he's feeling very blessed. So we should also feel very fortunate and blessed to be able to read, hear, sing Bhagavatam, holy name, etc. So it's not an ordinary thing. Let's see the next verse. Yes, Moksha Mataji, you want to read?
Krishna Holy Devotees, Tanvat Pranam, text 2 and 3. Yosau Sarvatro Nam Rajshre Dravideshwara Jnanam Yot Atitya Kalpanate Labhate Purusha Sevya Sa Vai Vyavya Swatah Putro Manor Asid Iti Shrutam Tattvastasya Sutah Prokta Ikshvaku Pramamukha Nripah. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Satyavrata, the saintly king of Drishtadha Desha, who received spiritual knowledge at the end of the last millennium by the grace of Supreme, later became Vivaswata Manu, the son of Vivaswan, in the next Manvantara period of Manu. I have received this knowledge from you. I also understand that such kings as Ikshvaku were his sons, as you have already explained. Back to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So we have discussed this point. Satyavrata in the Chakshusha Manvantara became Shraddhadev or Vivaswat Manu, the son of Vivaswan. And who were the sons of Manu? Bhagavad Gita also tells in text 4.2. Anyone knows that verse? Moksha Mataji passed the test, so she knows. Who else knows? Lakshay also knows. Okay, tell.
4.2, it says.
It's 4.1?
It's 4.1. 4.1, I don't know. 4.2, it says that if this knowledge is gained from parampara, so that I know. So maybe the Raja Rishis were the sons of Manu.
There's a verse, right? Manu Ishvaku Bravit. I believe it's 4.2. Let me double check. Yeah. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshyo vido sakalina mata yogo nashta parantapa. Actually, in the purport, maybe Prabhupada, let's see what's. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. It's 4.1 actually, it's not in the 50 verse. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Imam Vivasvate Yogam Pruktavan Aham Avyayam Vivaswan Manave Praha Manur Ishvaka Vebravit. Let me share my screen. It's 4.1. In the 4.2, it's the Parampara system. So the Supreme Lord gave this knowledge to Sun God Vivaswan, right? Vivaswan gave it to Manu. Who is Manu here? Who will tell? Which Manu are we referring to?
Vaivastara.
Vaivasvat. Vaivasvat Manu, also known as Who can tell another name of Vaivasvat Manu?
Shraddhavan.
Shraddadeva. Satyavrat was his previous birth.
Okay.
In Chakshusha. And who are his children? Ishvaku and others. So the father of mankind in turn instructed to Ishvaku, who was primarily his child, which we are. Is that okay? Any confusion there? There were multiple children. Ishvaku was one of them. Okay, so Vivaswan, Vaivasvat, or Shraddhadev, previous life Satyavrata, now his sons Ishvaku and others. So let's see the next verse. Any Matajis want to read? Puna Mataji, want to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Nandapram. Sure. Text 4. Tesam Bangsam Prigata Brahmanam Brahan Bansanucharitani cha Kritayasya Mahabhaga Nityam Susratam Hina. Translation by His Divine Grace Prabhupada. O greatly fortunate Sukadeva Goswami, O great Brahmana, kindly describe to us separately the dynasties and characteristics of all those kings, for we are always eager to hear such topics from you. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, back to you.
Hare Krishna. Who is speaking these words? Anyone?
Parikshit Maharaj Prabhuji.
King Parikshit.
King Parikshit, yes, very nice. So very, very eager to hear Krishna Katha. He's not saying, tell me about the new movie, tell me about the new car, tell me when is my death coming, oh, will he pinch me too hard, how will I die, right? Because he knows that Takshak is going to come, the poison, he'll die. But he's not concerned about that. He's concerned about Krishna Katha, very, very eager. Just think about, he knew that just now at least 3 days must have passed, correct? Canto 8 is going on, 9 is going on, 8 is over. At least 50% of the verses are complete, correct? Out of the 18,000 verses, we have read over 9,000 verses in the 8 cantos. I can tell you the exact number later. But just think about, so Parikshit Maharaj has not moved, slept, drunk anything, taken rest, anything. Is above all these things. Why? Because eager to hear topics pertaining to Krishna and his devotees, his pastime, Ishanu Katha. So he's very, very eager to separately understand the dynasties and the characteristics of all the kings. Because these kings were not just some ordinary kings or some historical kings, which we may be in our history books. These were Raj Rishis, like Satyavrata Muni. Satyavrata we read about. So these kings were great exalted devotees. Therefore, hearing about Krishna, hearing about devotees is also Krishna Katha. So we must have a lot of eagerness, utsaha. Sushrutam, Nityam, Mahabhaga. Nityam, Sushrutam. Always engaged in the hearing process. So, very, very excited and eager to hear.
So just to clarify, Prabhuji, not only Parikshit Maharaj, all the audience, all the rishis, munis, whoever present, they also like 7 days listening at a straight with Parikshit Maharaj also, right?
Yes, I certainly believe so. And we haven't heard that maybe most of them, if someone's wife didn't call and the kids didn't have to go to school, so they were pretty much absorbed. So not only that, I mean, people from upper planets also came to hear that. So yes, absolutely. It was a real sangam of all the devotees here in Krishna Katha, unalloyed way. There's no really mention of, someone had to leave here and there for office or for doing some chores or getting grocery for the family. It's not really mentioned like that, but it's safe to understand and believe that they were all um, accompanying each other and helping each other. But the way Parikshit Maharaj was hearing, that's his mention is his eagerness, sincerity is specifically mentioned. In the story of same as Dhundakari, we have discussed the story of Dhundakari and Gokarna. The way Dhundakari was hearing the Bhagavad Katha, no one else was hearing like that. So many people come for Bhagavad Katha. They may be, even physical presence is not just a sign of attention. Yes, physical presence is a good way, but one could be physically present and mentally absent, right? Has it happened to anyone that you are physically present somewhere, but mentally absent? Even in the temple sometimes. One could be in the temple but thinking of office or home or kids or XYZ thing. So one could be in Vrindavan but thinking of Hollywood. So, but nonetheless, the point was, yes, they were all present. But Parikshit Maharaj was exclusively devoted in hearing and completely absorbed. So let's read the one more verse and then we'll have the Kahoot quiz by Moksha Mataji. Okay, Kashish Mataji, you want to read?
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam all devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Next, number 5. Ye bhuta ye bhavishyascha bhavantatyanashtaye tesham na punya kirtinam sarvesham vada vikraman. Translation by His Divine Grace is Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Kindly tell us about the abilities of all the celebrated kings born in the dynasty of Vaivasvata Manu, including those who have already passed, those who may appear in the future, and those who exist at present. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, back to you. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So, basically, this is the dynasty of whom? Who will answer that?
Vaivasvata
Manu. And if we go back here, right, this is the sun and the moon. So in this case, who is it the sun dynasty or the moon dynasty we're talking about?
Sun.
Very nice. So this is the whole canto. But he wants to hear in great detail who will come, who has appeared, and who were there in the past. So we will see this.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. One thing is always in my mind, which I wanted to ask at this point. So, when we talk about the Bhagavad Gita Gyan, it was from Lord Krishna came to Brahmaji and then it came to Sun Dynasty, right? Like Vaivasvat, Vaivasvan, Ishwati. Right? Am I right, Prabhuji?
In this one, in 4.1, we just read that he gave the knowledge to Imam Vivasvate Yogam. This knowledge he gave to Vivaswan. Sorry, Vivaswan, yeah. Who is the sun god? Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, text 4.1. So it's not that he only gave to Vivaswan. He gave to multiple people, but because it's from time immemorial, but he's mentioning about Vivaswan here. And then Arjuna will ask, hey, you are just in my age. Vivaswan is so old, millions of years back. How come you give knowledge to him? so I think the Brahmaji, he has given Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavi. Yes, absolutely, the Parampara system. But in this case, the Bhagavad Gita, your specific question that he gave on knowledge to Vivaswan, the sun god. Does that help, Mataji? Anything else? Anyone? Okay, I think now you all must be excited for the Kahoot quiz, which Moksha Mataji has prepared so nicely for all of you. So thank you, Moksha Mataji, for doing that. I'll request you to please kindly take over and guide us what next. Thank you so much.
So, Hari Krishna, all devotees, Dandavat Pranam. I would really like to use this opportunity for doing what I have to do. Means like what is my birthright, and that is to beg all of you for mercy and for giving me lots of blessings so that I can become a little bit. Okay, so the game pin is here. So before starting the quiz, I would like to chant some Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Is it audible to everyone?
Yes, Mataji. For those who, some of you may be totally new to this whole thing, you need two gadgets. One where you are seeing the screen shared by Moksha Mataji, and you need one more gadget, your phone, iPad, whatever, where you will be answering questions. So on that phone or the second gadget, you go to this website, kahoot.it, and put this game pin. So just a process for those who are doing this first time. So you'll be seeing the questions on this screen, and you'll be answering on the second gadget you are logging. You are going to the website, just and put your name, and then this is for chapter 20, 21, and 22. Maybe next time Mataji will have for 23 and 24, the last two chapters. Thank you, Mataji.
I would really like to give a thumbs up and all the best to both the devotees, Laksha Prabhu and Sampada Mataji, as they are really very inspiring for us. So all the best. Okay, today we also have Krishna Prabhuji along with us. So all the best, Krishna Prabhuji. May the victory be of kids this day. I really want to like to see the podium filled with kids' names.
Yeah, others can also join fast, so Mataji can begin. Please, it'll be nice and fun.
Yeah. Prabhuji, will you play today?
I'll watch all of you on these wonderfuls. I am scared of losing, especially from young kids.
Prabhuji, you are the one who always tells us that Neha Vikramanashosti Pratyavayana Vidyate Swalpam Apyasya Dharmasya Trayate Madhavaya.
So I think we have pretty much. So is anyone needing more time, or those who want to join are in? I think everyone is in, Mataji.
Prabhuji, there are 11 participants and there are only 6 in here. So I thought. So shall I start? Is there anyone who is requiring more time, or shall I start?
You can start, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. This is based on 3 chapters. So the Lord can assume any form he likes, but his original form is that of. So is the original form is that of Narasimhadev, Kashyap, and Krishna, or all of the above? Okay, yes. It is Sri Krishna in his original form. Rest all are the incarnations. Okay, Sambhata Madhaji on the top and Lakshmi. So this is something that Krishna is listening to me. All the 3 children are at the top. Who arrested Bali Maharaj? So was it Vaman Dev, Indra Dev, Jamban Muni, or was it Garuda? Yes, the right answer is Garuda, because he was the one who had thrown the weapon through which he was tied. What is the condition of a pure devotee? This is pretty easy. So he is agitated very easily. He becomes happy very soon. He is envious towards his enemies, or he is equipoised in all the situations. Yes, all of them are pure devotees in this meeting. So happy to see all of you. How does Sri Krishna shows his mercy to his devotees? Is it by testing them? Is it by taking away everything away from them which is undesirable? By punishing them at times, or by giving them fame and affluence? Yes, by taking away everything undesirable. So as Amogita Prabhuji said that Sri Krishna may not take care of our bodies, but he will definitely take care of our bhakti. From whom Bali Maharaj was seeking inspiration to be at equilibrium? Was it Indra? Was it Prahlad Maharaj? Or was it his wife Vindhyavali? Or was it his spiritual master Shukracharya? Yes, Prahlad Maharaj, as he was great devotees, and he was also his grandfather. So in the family dynasty only. So which of the following quality is considered to be as demoniac? Is it fighting with the enemies, or is it claiming the proprietorship, or both of the above, or none of the above? Yes, both of the above is the right answer. Both of, sorry.
I can't see the next question.
It's free. Screen is free.
Is my internet connection unstable?
Yes, Mataji.
Maybe it's because it's raining here. So, Prabhuji, should I continue?
Yes, continue now. It's okay.
So yes, because Srimati Vindyavali was also one of the devotees, so she said that you must not claim on the property of Sri Krishna. Halfway there. When Supreme Personality of Godhead puts his devotee in difficult situation, he also gives his devotees what? He also gives benediction, love, opulence, or strength to bear. Yes, he also gives strength to bear. As we see in the Samudra Manthan Leela, Sri Krishna was the one who was doing everything. And here also he gave strength to Bali Maharaj. How did Supreme Personality of Godhead reward Bali Maharaj? By giving him back what he won, by releasing him, by giving him Indrasan in the period of Sarvani Manu, or none of the above. Yes, as he promised him that you will be the next Indra. So, where did Bali Maharaj recite until he becomes Indra? In the Sutala, in the Vital, Talatal, or Rasatal? As we see that all the lower planetary systems are the legs of Sri Krishna. Yes, in the Sutala. And now it is more affluent than that of Indradev also because Vamanadev himself is reciting in the Sutala. Name of the jewel of Sri Krishna's neck. Is it the Vaijayanti Mala? It's the Akshamala? It is a Kaustubhamani or it's the Kapala? Yes, it is the Kaustubhamani. And because it was talking about the jewel. Which of the following is considered to be the mouth of Lord Vishnu? Is it the Yajna, the Brahmana, the guest, or A and B? That is the Yajna and the Brahmana both. That was kind of a tricky question. Yes, the Brahmanas and the Yajnas both are the mouth of Sri Krishna. What is the foolish person unaware of? Is he unaware of that he is under the modes of material nature, or he is a forgetful soul, or he is in illusion, or all of the above? Yes, all of the above. In second last question, third last. Which among the following is the best? Mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance, or the Shuddha Sattva? Yes, this was also deliberately done by me. Okay, the second last question. Bali Maharaj was arrested by the ropes of Dash. Was it the Vayu, the Varuna, the Agni, or the Surya? The ropes by which, yes, Varuna. So I'm getting the association of so nice devotees. Dash requested the Supreme Lord that Bali Maharaj has been sufficiently punished and does not deserve to be punished more. Was it his wife Vindyavali, or Prahlad Maharaj, or Lord Brahma, or was it his spiritual master Shukracharya? Yes, it was Lord Brahma who said that now it's okay, and then Lakshya Prabhu, yes. Kirti Mataji. Bin Prabhu, yeah. So Krishna Prabhu and Sampada Mataji RLC, Shri Krishna did what I asked him, that I wanted all the kids to be on the podium. So, and thank you so much all the kids for participating. And I guess, how should I stop now? So thank you all the devotees for bearing with me and for inspiring me and encouraging me. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, back to you.
Thank you, Mataji. Very good.
Thank you so much for taking out your valuable time in preparing and coordinating this quiz. Thank you. Did everyone like it? Okay, wonderful. So we will pause here and continue tomorrow with the next set of verses. Tantra Srimad Bhagavatam Purana ki jai, ki jai, Vanchakal Patarubhyascha Kripasindhubhyo Vaishnavi. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.